Alright, no crank, no start resolved. Mine was a simple fix, but it was a pain in the ass. Okay. 3 symptoms that they say it is, the 3 things you check. Well, 2 of which you really can't check, not simple. So, 1 you can. Jack the car up and check the starter. It's real simple. That goes to your battery, and that goes to your starter. Then you have a little relay right there. So if the relay's bad, which what goes bad most of the time in these damn things is the relay. Sometimes there's a bad spot, but most of the time a damn relay. You touch this and this with a good screwdriver. If it spins over, then you know automatically it ain't the starter. That's a 10-minute check. That's including jacking it up. Second one is the PAT system. And the only way to check is to have it scanned. You can do one of 2 ways, which is in the PCM right there. That's on the driver's side, and we'll talk about that in a minute. The one of 2 ways. A, you can have Ford scan it. Since it's a no crank, no start, you gotta have it towed there and towed back. If you ain't got AAA, it's gonna cost you $300. Plus the $150 for them to scan it. So we're up at $450, okay? The other thing is, you can, there's people on eBay, is where I found them, that will scan it and delete the PAT system. Because the PAT system is the other asinine that does it. And the other clue that's the PAT system is the alarm right there. That little black dot, it's an alarm, which we all know if we all had the fucking Lincoln. When it flashes, it has codes in it. And mine was flashing so much that it killed the battery. Not once, but twice. And the other indicator of it was the way it was wanting to start and not start. Because when it was starting, it would try to crank, and then I'd have to turn the key off, and then it would crank. Kind of like it was the starter, which it may have been starter, may not have been. I checked the starter, and it kind of had a bad spot, so that might have been just the starter. But it also does it with the PAT system too. So, when that's flashing and you come out to a dead battery, it's $100, $115, counting have it shipped. Make sure you get the $300 what the hell is it? Insurance. And what you do is you send it to them, and they'll scan it, and they'll tell you whether it's the PAT system or not, or whether your PCM is good or bad. If your PCM is good, then it's the PAT system, and then they'll delete it. Okay? And what you do with that is, you come over here. This is kind of important, because if you can fuck this up if you don't pay attention. Let me see. Ouch. How you see these look is how you leave them when you take them off. This one goes here, that one in the middle, because it's right there. It's really short. Oh yeah, that's a bummer. I forgot about that. Ha! I gotta fix that. I'm glad I looked. Somehow or another, I lost a damn bolt to it. And that one goes there. That's the longest of them. There's a bolt that comes here. All you do is take that off, and it slides right out. And you mail it. Make sure you bubble wrap it really good. That's an expensive, fragile piece of equipment right there. Okay. And I'm adding this to the video too, because my dumbass didn't really pay that much attention to the schematic. I read it, but I guess I misunderstood it. When it talks about the gray wire, that's the gray and red wire. That there should be your starter relay. You're going to want to take the relay, the wire off the back of this relay. Cut this gray wire here to the loom. Where that loom is right there, the wiring harness loom. Cut it to where it's long enough coming out from underneath here to where you can solder it. You want to solder it and heat shrink it to another wire and run it to your nearest ground, which that was my nearest ground. And what I did was, because I kind of fucked up the first time, I took the actual, I pushed the wire out of here to where it had a female on it, and I cut it and I soldered it right to the crimp that kind of looks like this, and I soldered it right to it because I already had it out. So to me, I'm all about soldering everything. I don't like to make joints, but his direction says you can. I don't, because I have learned from putting car stereos in what happens. So you'll attach it to that, and then you'll attach it to your nearest factory ground, which is that there. And by the way, make sure the batteries are disconnected when you're fucking with the PCM or with this fuse box, because I know people are stupid enough to try it any fucking way, but you're gonna blow up a bunch more shit. And all said and done, it starts right up and purrs like a fucking kitten. It's kind of amazing. But that's what happens. And that's all there is to it. There ain't much else that can go wrong. Thanks for stopping by.